everybody doing today? We have another set here, and I didn't upload the thing. It's been a long day. A lot of things going on in life. Problem solved. The R286 up against Alikog. We have another best of 3 for the round of 32. Alikog has already beaten one opponent in the round of 64. He beat the Angry Hobbit 2 games to 1 to advance to where he is today. And we have the draft here. Rupak, which I assume is the R862 or 286, whatever the hell the numbers were. Let's double check that again. It is the R286, yes. He's chosen Arena Cove. Alikog chooses Bog Delta. And then we have Shaded Ponds as game number 1. I spoke too soon about what maps we have seen a lot of and not seen a lot of. We've seen a lot of Shaded Pond in the last 2 days, which is exciting. The civilizations for both here, we have Saracens band, Portuguese band, and then we'll have Rupak with Mongols, Malians, Italians, and Japanese. He chose Malay, but they were sniped from him. Alikog chose Hindustanis, they were sniped from him. Burgundians, Byzantines, Dravidians, and Franks will be available for Alikog. Interesting civs, obviously. Lots of action to come. Now, no one panic. There was a drop in game number 1. So, the game will abruptly end at some point. I don't exactly know when. And we will reload into part number 2. So, no one panic when the GG doesn't come in and the game ends. There was a disconnection. But until then, Alikog here in blue with the Franks. And he is going to be on Shaded Pond again, game 1, Shaded Pond. And then we have the R286 here with the Malians, a civ we have seen oh so much of, and I am not too surprised to be honest. But moving forward, obviously we'll see some different things, different civs I'm sure. Should be pretty interesting to see how everything works out. Now, the best of 3 here between these two is going to be interesting, I imagine. They've both chosen hybrid maps, which is very awesome. Not any straight land, it's all hybrids, which is something we don't see very often. Now, as far as ELO is concerned, I am looking it up right now. The R286 is the 3rd seed here in the bracket, while Alikog is like the 31st seed. So Alikog's current ELO is 1308, and he has peaked at 1481. The R286, his current 1v1 ELO is way up there, actually. Is this up to date? I'll check this, but it says 1743. I'm not sure that is accurate. But, nonetheless, it's going to be an interesting game. Both players obviously have prepared their home maps. Aliens and Civ we have seen a ton of, though. So we'll see what we have in store for us here. Alikog with the Franks here. A classic civilization that we have all played probably 100 times or better at this point. But they will be an interesting matchup here. Obviously, we could see Farimba Camel even, but it's really hard to tell how everything will shake out. But nonetheless, fours are coming in for both players. Time will tell. We do see the R286 chopping through the reeds, and so he is headed towards the water. With the Malians, I think that's probably not something we should not expect, really. Everything for buildings is a little cheaper. Not a big deal. On the opposite side, though, Alikog will not even attempt to chop through the reeds right now, so he will push the deer instead. The food income should be relatively good. The mill is on its way, obviously. And yeah, 21 seconds idle TC time for Alikog. 0 for the R286 right now. We will see a rough matchup potentially for Alikog, especially if it does end up going for Camel versus Knight, which is pretty likely, I'd say, with the Franks being here. But it is a very closed map, potentially. Obviously, it would take some walls, but probably not a lot of effort for Alikog to wall up his side of the map. Same on the other side here for the R286. Like he's going to push the deer as well. I see a barracks coming down really quickly there. So I guess it won't be a play for the water at the moment. But I'm sure chopping that direction, he will eventually go for it. Alikog looks like he's going to go for a 20 pop up build. Going to be pretty tight food-wise, but I think he'll have it. Just have to force a drop off, and then he'll likely be up for scouts. The barracks was made here, and we will see the Malian player picking up as well. Looks like the players actually clicked up at the exact same time. How often does that happen? But nonetheless, we'll see how everything shakes out here. Obviously, it will be interesting. Alikog sends more to wood, definitely looking very, very heavy, like a scout's build here. We got another house built up that he will need, and the dock will in fact come in. Did he block this villain here? He actually blocked it in, but I guess it's going to be on shorefish, so it's not the end of the world. It will be chopped out eventually. We are seeing gold being collected now, so we will see some fire ships, perhaps? Do we have the scouting here? It's not scouted. I mean, Alikog scouts the lumber camp, but not the dock. What about the R286? He's going to try to scout and see if his opponent is on water right now. Prizes didn't come forth sooner, but he has not seen anything yet, as militia, 2 of them walking across the map here. Could wander into the town center. Camp is kind of unlikely at this point. We'll see that stable coming down now. Militia are on their way. Don't think they can deny the stable. It should be within range here. And the militia will probably have a hard time finding a lot of damage. But we'll see what happens. Archery range here. And we'll see the fishing chips start to come out as well. He's searching for the fish there. Militia are searching for damage. He'll see the stable. He'll see some sheep. I don't know if he'll pay attention to that, but ultimately these militia seem to be a costly stake potentially, as he's trying to lane maybe a little bit there. Woodline is rather exposed, obviously, but the militia have yet to be seen. You'll see the houses come up. No, I guess not, but nonetheless, should be okay here. Alikog gonna fight here with the Vills. One Vill looks like it's gonna go down. Potentially a second. We'll run with that. The scout gets involved, and that will help clean this up quite heavily, as the other scouts will come as well. And the militia already lost a lot. That villager, oh, can't save the Vill. Little unfortunate there. But 2 Vills down. The R286 will be pretty happy with that. He's got a defensive spear. His archers have yet to really take off. And the fishing ships are gonna start collecting that food quite nicely. You're gonna see a farm dropped on the mill here as well. But the scout numbers are moving forward. There's only 1 spearman right now. See if we get any more. But all things considered, a fine start for R286. We'll see if the walls come up and an archery range. I guess he's probably expecting there to be archers from the Malian player. It is fairly common, and he's not seen scouts yet, so would make sense. The R286 will also go build a secondary lumber camp there in the back. And we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Alikog walling up one side here. This is scouting on his end. He knows where his opponent is. Guess maybe he's just worried there may be a sneak building over there since the militia came from over there. Don't know. But one spear, 4 archers. We see 5 scouts. Could be some death on the wood line should Alikog go forward. Just have to wait and see. Another spearman here. Scout gonna get HP taken off of him, but they'll just run back and this will stay at home now. And we're gonna lose a scout. The pike will take the fight though. The spear will anyways. And Alikog will just head back. He's got skirms coming out as well. And we'll see a blacksmith going to be coming up here for the R286. All things considered, the Vil lead here starting to run away, obviously because we have 5 fishing chips and Alikog didn't go for the water in the mid. This can occur though, this is not something that's uncommon, and it is something that if you don't go for water, your opponent may have the advantage there. So, I have to wait and see how everything shakes out here. Skirm numbers are up to 3, so they will be able to kill this pretty efficiently here, but they're both just walking past one another. Needs to kill the spear and then dive on the archers. Should be relatively easy enough to do so. And all things considered, those archers probably won't find a lot of damage here. I actually think he sends the archers... No, he sends the scouts? That makes more sense. What am I saying? Fletching is in now. These archers shouldn't be able to do too much damage though, as the skirms will be able to survive for a moment or so. Taking out the HP, taking out the numbers. No upgrades on the Frank skirms though, so we'll see what happens. Pretty safe eco at home and more skirm production obviously. Scouts need to go forward. More archers at home. There's another spear at home. Now, all things considered, he's pretty safe at home here. Even here, things are pretty safe. The skirm's not going to be able to get much damage done. Not really shooting a lot, actually. With fletching in, no armor on these. They are rather weak. Can the scouts do the damage? Is the question. Wall there is almost completed. The town center kills all but 1. Any weak vills? No. Scouts are coming back though. I guess Alikog wants to clean up his base at home. Fish number still 5. And an archer gets killed by a villager. Not what you normally see here. Frank farms though will have horse color for free. We'll be a little bit better on the food income there without the upgrade yet here for the R286. Build another wood line on the front. I wonder if he realizes how quickly he's chopping through that compared to back here. Normal wood back there, reeds only have 50 wood, but time will tell, time will tell. A market, and Alikog and the R286 are looking to take this to the next stage here. Nice little quick wall here, market for both, another archery range can be coming down. Military on this side since he's got the wall over there. Will we see the market use first from anyone? The R286 doesn't need the market to click up, just need the building. Up to 14 farms, but Alikog's up to 18. Alikog does have them upgraded as well, so he's sitting in a pretty decent spot. A lot of spearmen, and we will have 3 archery ranges. Will he add a town center behind this is the question. Gold mining upgrade coming in as well. 3 archery ranges, it almost feels like we won't see that come in. But we will have another stable. So it will be 2 stables for Alikog. Does have a few skirms left. Getting +1 defense now. And we will see a Vil go down here for the R286. And that will get things a little bit closer. A lot of Vils here as well. And the army's on their way over. Villagers. Oh, that Vil will go down. archers show up, but there's only one archer. The way these guys are pathing is really awkward. +1 defense, soon to be +1 attack. Idling some builds. This is very nice work here. Alikog should be pretty happy with this attack coming in. The walls will come down, so that would line us safe. But this is good. He's keeping the military at home. So the R286 chasing around scouts right now. Castle Age will be in. These won't pose a huge threat then. But all the military is at home. He has yet to be able to send anything forward. He's got one archer over here. That's it. And then what does Alikog go for? He's gonna go for knights. He's gonna go for +2. But what else? Or will there be no additional town center? We have a university coming in immediately. Scout's gonna do some more work here. Gonna get another Vil kill. And could potentially get one more. Crossbow is in. Vodkin is in. And the pikes and crossbows will clean up the army here. We will see a town center. We'll see bowsaw. We already have heavy plow, obviously. And the knight numbers will need to be catching up here. And actually, that's awkward. He's clicked them forward, but they can't go through over there. So he needs to delete a house or a wall, and he does delete a wall for those to get through. So that's buying Alikog more time to grow the numbers and get the upgrades. But he's still going to be at a significant disadvantage as far as numbers are concerned. Potentially a good place for a defensive siege workshop. 2 town centers for him. Alikog already has 2. We have a second one coming up behind this for the R286. And wheelbarrow and bowsaw in for him as well. Only missing heavy plow. Then the eco upgrades would be the same. Now, knight numbers are up to 6. They do have +2, +1. This is where the game has ended. We will have a restore. Give me one moment to load in to the second part of game number 1. We were made aware of this before we started, so no one panic. We do have part 2. We have not missed much time. Wheelbarrow will just come in. And the knights are still massing at home. Alikog, good luck, have fun again. Husbandry on the way in. I would have really liked to have seen Alikog get a siege workshop, because he saw the archer numbers. And now his main gold will be under a lot of potential threat. And this gate will melt. The knights will come forward. But this has just made a tight area for these to sit. More knights in production. Villagers have not all run though. The red player here backing up. We'll simply try to clean up some walls. We will see a town center number 3 over here. And the knight numbers continually up to 11, though not a ton. Again, I would have liked to have seen a siege workshop. I think a siege workshop would have done great things here. We have not seen that, though. We'll see villagers losing their lives around the farms. Farm numbers are getting killed. Another vill going to go down. Potentially more vills going down. The crossbows, the R286, are going to be quite difficult to kill. 13 knights, 25 crossbows, and some spearmen in here. This round is in. The numbers are being dwindled down quite nicely. The knights still massed up pretty good. All things considered, it looks like a very good fight here. He's going to end up cleaning this up, it looks like. The micro is there, obviously. Alikog was trying to go for this around. Numbers are diminishing very quickly. Now, it's quite a good fight. All things considered. Alikog taking a better fight than I thought it was going to be honest. But behind this, the villager count, he is still behind. So we're going to have to see that start to pick back up for him. These knights, there were 11 or so to begin with. We're down to 6, 7. Will be a third town center for the R286, who will now add heavy plow. He's also getting fish traps. If he doesn't like how inefficient they are, he's dropping more farms. That's the thing on this map, though. Water, it can give you a boost, but it's not forever. And the fishing trap will be nice, but never know what's going to happen. farming numbers are going to vastly expand here for both players, and we will have heavy plow and wheelbarrow for both. I think I like Alikog's position. He just really needs to get maybe a 4th town center to get more of a villager boom going on, potentially. Potentially. He's getting farm numbers up. He's going to have a lot of villas on food. The knights are going forward. Crossbows are here. Alikog should turn around. If Alikog doesn't add a town center, potentially he will add a siege workshop. But actually, let's see, maybe he's just going to go for a castle, potentially. No elite skirm. These skirms, I guess, are just headed to the north to scout what's going on up here. We'll see another stable. So he's going to try to mass up the knight numbers here. I mean, he has done just fine so far in those fights. The monastery being added, though, that might help shift things. Kind of surprised we haven't seen the Malian camels, to be honest. I really thought we would see camels from the R286. This knight will go down here. Knight numbers are growing, but again, it's a slow process here. Only got 3 stables. We only have 3 archery ranges, but he's been producing them a little bit more efficiently this whole time. Thumb ring will be in as well, though, so that will make things a bit more difficult. Let's spread the knights out. Is he going to try to wait for a surround? This is actually a really interesting positioning here. Surround would be marvelous here if it were to happen. And he will see the army. He will pull back with that army. He's going to continue forward with this one. I think it's been seen here. How many camels do you think I should make? Well, the R286. I just think that camels would fare well. Obviously, the crossbow numbers have been impressive, but this is the 2nd army that's being cleaned up here by the knights. I think just adding your own camels in with monks is just better, in my opinion. Just personal preference, really. I mean, the KD is 54 to 25. The crossbows just don't seem to be trading off as nicely, I guess. I don't know. You've clicked Imperial Age behind this, it looks like. So that is quite a good time, obviously. And Alikog is away from that. But there the monks are added in. That should make things a little bit more difficult. But Alikog doesn't care. He's going to dive. He's going to dive here. He's going to try to keep the crossbow numbers down. Try to, I guess, kill off the knights that were converted. A little bit of a ill-advised fight there. But in all things considered, the R286 does have a villager lead. There's the town center number 4 for Alikog. Again, though, the knight number is also eliminated. And now we're going to see the stable switch. Oh, guess how many camels you will make? Well, I was going to guess a lot less than I think I'm going to see now. As we'll see 5 stables coming up. Villager lead is still in favor here as well, and Imperial Age already on its way. Alikog doesn't have the buildings to click up. Feels really bad. He's going to be floating the res. He's going to go for the castle and then click up from there. There'll be a castle here as well, but obviously much faster to the Imperial Age here. Knights will struggle now with camels on their way out. Upgrades will be coming into those camels as well. These knights that were converted and healed up look like they're going to go down here. Nope, they're going to just run away. Crossbow numbers back up to 28. Castle forward, more stables. And we're going to see that 4th town center come up for Alikog. So he'll be clicking up the Imperial Age. Will be a full 3 minutes behind here. That is a lot of time. Heavy camel does feel like it takes forever, though. We'll see the pikemen shift immediately. There are no arbaleths for the Malians. Another reason why I'm kind of surprised we saw so many crossbows earlier, but stable numbers are up to 5. Barracks numbers, only 1. Pikemen will start to be produced here, and we are going to see a few upgrades. Going to be coming in those first. Those, I'm sure. Treb number 1 moves forward to start attacking. Treb number 2 will be shortly behind. We will see chemistry coming in nice and early here, so potentially going to see a siege workshop or so. Let's wait and see. Another mining camp behind this, and everything on fish traps now for the fish. This castle is going to be in some trouble. The knights are going to move out. Are they going to try to dive on this trebuchet? Heavy Camel Within really can't afford to dive that, so he's going to pull back, continue to repair, and be up to 3 barracks all in the front. We'll have +1 defense coming in on those. We'll have in a second here, and there's no university behind this for Alikog, so it's not like he's going to try to go for bombard cannons quickly. No Cavalier click. I guess he's making so many pikemen. Or maybe he doesn't want to click it, to be honest. He doesn't want to click it, I say we dive this. Alright, and here comes Alikog. Yeah, why save them if you don't have to? He will dive. The fight is a little lopsided here. Imperial Age units versus Castle Age units, but the numbers are simply better until these camels arrive. And he will clean up a lot of the military. He's going to pull back here. Alikog unable to clean this up. And again, he didn't click the Imperial Age upgrades. I think if you were diving here, you really should have just saved the pikemen and dove for the trebs. But there'll be full pike production behind this now. It looks like the knights are going to be unable to do much of anything against heavy camel. Capture Age is going to glitch out hard. A monk will be sniped, and the fight shall ensue, but again, this is Castle Age units versus Imperial Age units, and Alikog is in a lot of trouble here now, as barracks numbers are not great. There are still 26 crossbows here, and we see Farimba coming in. So Farimba Camel, they will do great work even against the Halbs, especially in low numbers. Halberdier did come in finally, but military numbers are 66-5, and we have 4 trebs rolling up here with the double gold comp right now. And we have a cannon galleon! Look at this. We don't see this every day. A Malian cannon galleon here doing work. Gotta love it. Cavalier is being teched into now, but now it's too late. Now it's too late. This game's most likely just going to be over. Malians do have arm. What am I thinking? They don't get bracer. Jesus. I've clearly lost my mind, folks. Clearly lost my mind. We have a skirmisher attack over here. Bunch of outposts. But everything is coming from this direction, and it's snowballing out of control now. We've seen a lot of units go down here, but it really looks like the R286 will take game 1 here. Alikog still in this, losing vills though. A lot of idle vills as well, losing buildings left and right. 1 Cavalier is being chased down here. The GG comes in, and the R286 takes game number 1. Interesting game. Alright. Go to the draft. We saw a Malian victory over a Frank's defeat. We will go to Alikog's home map of Bog Delta next. Load in. Alright. Game number 2. Bog Delta. Haven't seen this map in a couple days, so nice to see a change of pace here. Dravidians for Alikog going up against the Italians. We had this exact same matchup in a set last night, and I'm not convinced that the Dravidians have what they need to beat the Italians. Really not. I think the Italians have answers in every way. But we'll have to wait and see how everything shakes out here. Obviously, for those who haven't seen the map, Bog Delta, you have the lovely land terrain, quite a bit of space here for each player, and then the bog in the middle with predominantly water out here with a few rich islands, and players will have to transport out there for relics that are out there, but you do have a relic each on your home base. That is a new change. We added them over here. They're towards the center here, so they could be taken by one player. Just depends on if you can secure your relic, or if you want to go for relics, really. And we have the boar being brought in from the R286. We have Scout over here. Oh, and this is actually extremely fortunate generation here. One palisade or stone wall, and this is walled here. And it wouldn't take much to wall the rest either. On this side, not quite as fortunate of a generation. You have the water buffalo over here as well. One hiding over here. The water buffalo, they tend to wander a little bit here, but that is a-okay. Fish on this map, not extremely good. We do have some shorefish slash box turtles around. We got some over here hiding. There's a few more on the map, obviously some fish in the middle that could be taken as well. But all things considered, water isn't usually a huge factor on this map. To be honest, we've seen more games turn into very heavy all-in pushes in the land, and it wouldn't be too surprising to see that between both these civs here, right? Do have the R286 pushing deer. Alikog's just still scouting around here, has yet to push his deer. Water buffalo, they're in under the town center. He's only missing one over here, it looks like. Villager should survive. Alikog will have boar number 1 under the town center here. And heavy on wood, so maybe Alikog is going to go for the dock approach. He does go for the dock. Where does he place it? Over here seems quite nice, but let's wait and see. And yes, that is exactly where Alikog will place it. He'll have some box turtles and some tuna real close by. You'll have a villager here for the R286, and he's going to dock in the very middle of the map. We haven't seen this for a while, so interesting choice. He does have some fish there to take, though. The shorefish have really changed this map a little bit, making it easier to place your dock in this bog terrain. Obviously, the fish we've added to the bog terrain as well, with that change. But it's kind of a nice change. Let's see how everything works. I really have always been a fan of demos on these bog terrains, right here in the middle especially. So I'll have to wait and see what ends up happening here. But, interestingly, Alikog has abandoned ship with his villager and is not going to take the box turtles here. Meanwhile, we will have the R286 doing so, and he will be happy to do so, I imagine. Scout for Alikog, not pushing the deer in, just kind of roaming around out back, checking what's going on. The scout for the R286 pushing deer. We see Loom coming in, and then he should be clicking up to the next stage here momentarily. And I imagine he'll shift onto gold to try to protect the mid, and maybe even just control the mid with ships could be powerful enough. We'll see what looks to be the start of a wall up over here for Alikog. Did find that other water buffalo in the back. I wonder if he was looking for that whole time. 3 fishing chips to 3 fishing chips. We'll see another lumber camp here. Deville's going out to gold as well, it looks like. And interesting, we haven't seen the scouting for both players yet. Let's take a look what they're seeing here. Yeah, Alikog really just stayed safe at home with his scouting. Didn't want to move out too far, and the R286 did the same. I mean, you do know where your opponent is on this map. It's not a big surprise. Obviously, it's directly across from where you start. The land area is not crazy huge. You're gonna be finding, golds and stones pretty much everywhere you look. Unless you're going for a tower rush or something, it's probably less likely. You're gonna be too concerned about that. We still need another Ville coming out over here. Eventually, dock number 2. Indeed, we will have dock number 2. The scout will find the fishing chips here. Dock number 2 for Alikog as well. He'll be up momentarily. He did see this, the box turtles being taken by the fish for both players. And we will see Galley versus Fire Galley. So, we'll have to wait and see how that all works out. This villager is going to be able to take the box turtles. Can actually make it around that. And we're going to see a third dock. Now, the question is, can he sustain production here as we have the scouts meeting in the middle? The fight is even. The RNG will be for who? Galley comes over. The R286 lost the fight, but then we'll kill the unit there. And the fish are in danger for the moment. The fish should be ran. It should not be allowed to go down here. Fire is going to be here. That fish is likely to die. It's blocking its own fire galley at this point. But for now, it will survive. The fire ships will be around. The fish here, now moving to the outskirts here. An interesting strategy. He's going to try to keep those safe now, it seems. No fletching, no blacksmith just yet. Blacksmith is coming up, though. And the galley numbers will, probably fail. As we see Alikog also switching to the galleys here. He will get fletching first, but no galley numbers. The fishing ship is still alive. 1 fishing ship to 3. A fire ship is moving in, though. And these will be needing of repair. Fletching will be in momentarily. That galley will go down quickly. Villager will lose some HP, but ultimately that fire dies. We see a demo. Interesting time for a demo. He gets the fishing ship. I don't know if that was much value, though. And we have the galleys, the fire galley here with galleys involved all over the map. It's going to be a very heavy water fight, actually, it looks like. I mean, 3 docks to 2, even. There is added the 3rd. Galley numbers are close, so the micro's going to matter here. Like, the lead for Alikog here, though. We're going to see the walls coming up behind this for Alikog, so he's looking to stay safe. He's got this village, or this fire ship over here. Garrisoning those galleys there. Guess because that dock's alone. Interesting. Galley's moving out here. Probably going to snipe the fish. And will do so. So the eco lead is... Actually, it's going to be the same. 1 fishing ship escapes. Galley numbers are 8 to 6 here. Do have a few more galleys, but the fire working away on this. Those galleys have yet to come forward. Like he's probably going to go and try to gather those all together. But these galleys will now be trapped in here. If Alikog pursues, he does not. Bit of an awkward situation indeed. It's 11 galleys to 11 galleys. Fighting next to enemy docks. Not recommended. A lot of weak ones here for the R286. Obviously, just check the HP here. A bit worse, and Alikog winning the galley war right now. Now, farming numbers behind this compared to no farming numbers. Water buffalo about cleaned up though. Mill coming in. On this side, obviously, the mill has already been in. That extra wood for the Dravidians paying off here. And we will see another situation where the numbers are a little bit better. And there's some weak ships on both sides, though. Closing the gap here. And now they both just stopped microing. Turns into a very interesting fight. The galley numbers are going to be a little bit better now, so Alikog will pull back. He'll have more reinforcements. Interesting these ships haven't come over here. I think the split here for these ships has been a little awkward. But it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Alikog can add another dock. Really wants to win water here. The fight for water is an interesting one. And it's been very interesting to see how much the players are valuing the water here. We will see Castle Age for the R286 though. He is up. Market. Lots of food income from everything around, and he's on his way to the next stage. Alikog buys a little bit of food. Gonna manipulate the market a bit, and he'll be clicking up shortly as well. And the galley numbers here are 13 to 13, but one will go down already. So a bit of an awkward fight here. Castle Age for both. We will see Horse Collar coming in here for Alikog. He's thinking about the long-term food economy here. Maybe thinking it's not going to be on water, given how much we see here. This would worry me if I was with these galleys. Maybe it's a demo, right? We will see Alikog just hit the fan and run here, though, as he's going to wait for Castle Age to come in. Potentially, he feels like he might be a little bit behind and doesn't want to have any more of these needlessly killed before the upgrades do come in. Time will tell, though. There'll be 4 docks for each player. Jaguar goes down. And Castle Age is in fact in. War Galley will be in before Alikog can even reach the next stage. Bills on the mill need to be put to work elsewhere. He will shift on to stone, so maybe thinking about needing that unique unit later on. Just have to wait and see. And behind this, it's still just going to be 1 TC. Dock numbers are going to be somewhat under pressure here, especially after Botkin comes in. Farms coming in behind this, though. Oh no. The War Galley upgrade is on the closest dock. I don't even think it finishes here. Oh, this is devastating. This dock is going to go down. And War Galley will be just not coming in here. Oh, it's a shame. That may be the losing move here for water. 29 Italian galleys. He's going for careening in this one, and now he'll put the War Galley in here. So War Galley will come in. Careening, likely not to, though. I'm going to see some houses built back here, because he's getting about to be housed. Another town center. More docks in the back. War Galley should come in still, but obviously it's very delayed. The R286 must be confused. He must be very confused as to what's happening here. The upgrade for War Galley did come in. Careening will not, though. And the galley numbers are much worse here. 21 versus 35. And that is not going to play well. This dock, not going to be able to produce. This dock will probably never go up. That villager might just die. Alikog gonna have to shift onto the land. He does have a 2-vill lead at the moment, but that just got evened out because, villager goes down. These galleys, the careening, he's gonna try for careening again. I don't think it's gonna go up though. We will see the barracks. So this is gonna be very difficult for Alikog now because he's outnumbered on water. These galleys really can't do anything. And then there's so much control because the galleys are here. You just look at all these galleys. Just going to be patrolling around all these choke points. Behind this, we'll see a second town center added for the R286. And it will be an archery range here. He's on stone with 5. He's got a lot of gold coming in. He's not going to be able to get the docks back up. Maybe he could sneak 1 or 2 up over here, but we are going to see the ships be shown here. They're going to come forward. They're going to try to deal with 1 ship here. Potentially that's going to prompt a reaction, and these will be headed back. A lot of houses going to be under threat here, though, so we're going to have to see those being rebuilt in the back. And it's going to be difficult here. There's 26 ships to the 21 here. 1 fishing ship that's been alive this whole time could go down. And survived thus far. We should see a big fight here. But no, Alikog is just going to run. I don't think Alikog wants to lose his ship mass, but they're really not worth much at this point. Unless he's going to kind of come forward for a castle or something, which honestly, if he could build a castle here, that could be huge. Especially now that the ships are all chasing. Wouldn't mind seeing a forward castle somewhere. But it will just be 3 archery ranges. Going for elephant archers. Okay, elephant archers are super expensive. They are super tanky, but super expensive indeed. Docks will start to go back up, so Alikog doesn't want to give up water just yet. And he survived with 17 here. These are not all chasing. So honestly, it's not the end of the world. That water buffalo got killed. RIP. Careening is an upgrade that he still wants to get, probably. I don't think that ever finished. But ultimately, I don't think he can survive this. Even getting the docks back up, not going to be the greatest. These galleys will come forward. The elephant archer numbers are only up to 5, and these will go down. It's actually the best fight that he could ask for, as the numbers are relatively even here. So this is a decent enough exchange, but he's ultimately going to lose those. He has begun production of more. We're up to 6 alley archers, 2 town centers to 3 though. The R286 should be pulling ahead in economic units here. These docks will melt yet again. Elephant archers versus war galley. Individual stats: 135 HP, 7 plus 2 attack. War elephants: 230, 6 plus 2 attack. Does anyone know if these elephants get a bonus against warships? It would be an interesting bonus. I don't know. These elephants are super expensive. Alikog's been floating a lot of gold for a while here. I would have loved to have seen, and I would still love to see a castle here so he could have some safe passage across. That's simply not what we're seeing here. And it looks like we're going to see Imperial Age quickly here, as the R286 economy looks like it's about to pick up, especially with Italians. He just needs that to finish, and he does finish the monastery. Alright, here's the castle I wanted to see earlier. Now, this has gone unnoticed so far, so it has a good chance of going up. Quick look at the scouting here. I could find the proper hotkey. Yeah, he won't see this yet. That will go up. Ballistics is also in. Gold mining upgrade is in. Now, Imp is in, though. And this this stock will be shot after, so once Imperial Age comes in, potentially we'll just see chemistry and cannon galleons to try to deal with this. The elephant archers, I think, need to be sent forward immediately. Send them forward, try to do damage with them. There's just nothing else behind this right now. He's not close to the Imperial Age right now, so he's going to be behind. We are going to see siege workshops and an archery range himself with the reading now coming in. So perhaps a transport ship could be in order. Maybe he's going to go out and try to secure these islands, all the extra golds and stones on them. There will be the castle. Rather defensive, but probably again going to go into chemistry and fight his bombard cannons, I would say. Alikog doesn't look like he's going to have much behind this. He has less military by far, but all the military is on water, minus the lone monk here that's grabbing a relic. Wheelbarrow on its way. Imp is now on its way for Alikog, though. But again, the Dravidians, I'm not convinced, are going to be able to pull this off. Galleys are going to be here, able to secure the crossing. There's a little bit of a safe area to cross, but currently we have 10 elephant archers. Not great in number. Food economy is only going to be up to 37 farms here in a moment. Wheelbarrow just now coming in as opposed to handcart going to be coming in here. The R286 is going to go into, what, skirmishers? Archers? He hasn't produced a single unit yet. He's actually going to just make a treb. Chemistry's on its way, and then I expect to see bombard cannon. Elephant archer number is up to 14. No Urami swordsmen have been produced. And the galleys just chilling. Galleys are just chilling. Another dock. Gonna be coming up. Treb will work away at the castle here. And once chemistry comes in, we might see something similar. Not a single military unit on land, though. We have one archery range. We have Vise coming in, so maybe he wants to go Genbo. Fast fire. Hold on a second. Fast fire ship. That could be a move. Could be a move. It would be interesting. Vise is going to be coming in, though. So maybe he's going for Genbo. Bombard cannon. 23 LE archers. Castle will go down. Conscription, I don't even think will finish here. And there will be no repairs, so no conscription will be in. Now, does he... how many fire ships do you wait for? That is the question. One fishing ship still working, that monk's still chilling. Maybe waiting for a transport. Another castle, and we see a stable. The R286 is adding Genbo now. It'll be Genbo. Villagers are coming forward. We're gonna build a castle here. He's going to build a castle in his face. Then the archers. He's noticed. Castle is gonna go up. Villagers going to be off the gold here. There's going to be a solid chance this could be denied momentarily, but I think it still goes up. The galleys can come over. Elephants into snipe the bombard cannons first, maybe? No. Will instead go after the bills. Ballistics and chemistry in that castle will not go up. Nice fat grounds here. Do we have a demo? No, we do not. The Genbo do nice work here, though. See how the galleys do against them. Fairly good as well. Fairly good as well. He's gonna have to retreat. He has nothing to deal with siege. He has 4, 5, 6, 7 fast fires. Again, this castle is not going to go up at the moment, but will likely go up at some point in time. Elephant archers, yes, tanky, but think it's gonna be enough. I don't think it's gonna be enough. The fast fires could actually really be beneficial here, but I think it's gonna be too little too late. This castle is gonna go up. The elite Genbo just completing. And skirmisher being added. The fast fires will be discovered though, and these are war galleys, so that is gonna be a little bit of a problem. However, castle will be able to run back to that whenever he wants. Fast fire ships not being sent in during those fights. I think he could have picked off quite a few of these. The elephant archer number is up to 28 though. Galleon now being researched. These fast fires are doing a wonderful job here though. Not going to be enough though, as we see some cannon galleons moving out. Galleon upgrade will come in. Shipwright being researched. I don't know if that's really worth it, but we will see it. Those cannon galleons will be lost. That's a costly mistake. We will see elite elephant archer momentarily. But again, now we have the light cav rating for our Italian player. Alikog will be running out of gold here. He's only got 2,600 in the base altogether. That's that counting that? Yeah, 1,900 there. So Galleon is in now. The fast fires will be a little worse off. The soon-to-be elite elephant archers will have chemistry. They are under a castle though. Not ideal. Genbo just garrison that castle is killing a lot. Fast fires not going to be enough here. And it looks like Alikog is in a lot of trouble. He's going to run out of gold. He's not going to be taking that stone. This gold's being taken by his opponent right now. We do have a transport ship here. We do have villagers getting into it. Probably going to head to the middle island to secure that. Would make the most sense here. We have a defensive castle, and Trebs will be coming out, but we have bombard cannons. Nope, yep, we do have them somewhere. They're still sitting back here. Let's snipe those Trebs potential. Galleons will do way better than the war galleys, and there's just no numbers here. Those are being taken out. That town center will be taken out. The Trebs number, so you can see how many he can wait before he sends forward. The elite elephant archer number is up to 26. They only have 10 kills though. More in production, but the ranges have to be rebuilt. Only one of those ranges forward survived. And the Genbos that are elite are also going to do quite good work here. Obviously, a lot more HP for the elephants, but once you start getting these masked up, elephant archers look much worse. The skirmisher numbers are very, very limited as well. Bombard can come forward. Knock numbers going down. We do see mining camp out here, so the R286 will not be running out of those resources anytime soon. We're gonna see the crossbow upgrade coming in here. The elephant archers are gonna move in and snipe the cannon there and try to save his own trebs. Maybe, maybe not. These Genbos are just gonna be doing too well. Again, I just don't think that the Dravidians have what it takes to beat the Italians. I really don't. If it gets the late game, even with the equal economy here, still don't think they have enough to beat them. Really don't. I really think that the Italians beat them in many ways here. The castle will be under threat, but the Trebs won't last long. The Genbo numbers have been depleted here, but the elephant archers are down to 3. The Trebs not going to be able to get this, I don't think. 1 Treb remains, but the light cav will be rerouted there, and that Treb's actually firing on that too. Now, we are about out of gold here. GG, well played. In. Good luck next from Alikog. The R286 takes this one. And an interesting couple of games here. The first game, it seemed very interesting. The Malians, so better ranks, better matchup for them. And I think kind of the same here. I think Alikog played it well. Just the War Galley upgrade being that first dock, I think really turned the tide there. And then going for Elephant Archers, just so expensive against a civ that has Genbo. I don't know. Seems like it's never going to work for me. But GG's to both. Thank you, Alikog. You've been around for. Yeah, I mean, you were basically one of the OGs from the original Battlegrounds tournament. So thank you, man, for participating in yet another tournament. And congrats to the R286. He will be moving on here. We're going to update the bracket, and if you would wish to avoid spoilers, this is your last warning to look away. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So the R286 beats Alikog 2 games to none, and he'll move on to face Hestia. So we have another matchup for the round of 16 there. We only have a few sets, 4 sets in total. This set here, having problems getting a hold of Venom, so this could be an admin win for Mark's Landers here. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know yet. We've got messages sent out all over the place. Geo and Jabari play tomorrow. Memory serves. Let me look up the player scheduling channel here. Yeah, Jabari posted that the round 32 game was scheduled Thursday. And then Knight, Noble, and the Otter will play Friday, the 14th at 16 GMT. The only set that's questionable right now is Clemens versus Raven? Raven? Whatever, however the hell we pronounce this. Well, I don't know. But, yeah, another set in the books, guys. We've got another round here. So basically, we're going to be down to the top 16. Let's just shift up to the top 16 here. Right now, we're missing a few names, obviously. In the round 4 here, which is the quarterfinals, that's when we shift to best of fives. And semifinals are also best of fives. The finals best of 7. And we have some matchups already here for the round 3 here. Funny Liquid versus Huggy, DJ Sapson versus Shaman, Guy Rublas versus Contraman, Low APM High BM, PMI versus Walter Wanderling, and now we have the R286 going to be facing off against Hestia, and we'll figure out the rest here in the coming days. I probably will have one set, which will be Geo and Jabari to cast tomorrow, depending. They didn't say what time, so maybe I won't have that one. Maybe they'll play too late for me to cast it, but if that's the case, then I'll have 2 sets to cast on Friday, depending on what happens with these sets. I'll have to wait and see. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for being here for all these things, all these sets. It's been crazy. I mean, I've casted absolutely everything from this bracket and absolutely everything from the 1300 bracket. 1300 bracket, we're already down to the top 8, and we are into the round. We will start the best of fives there. So, very exciting. That's going to do it for me in this stream tonight. Be back probably tomorrow or Friday with the final couple sets that I know are being played. I'm waiting for the other ones that happens, but appreciate it. Thank you guys, and have